It was just past midnight on Lenox Avenue, and the city had finally started to hush. The summer air was thick with the scent of jasmine from Ms. DeLoach's front steps, where she always kept a row of potted plants, no matter the season. The streetlights flickered gently, casting gold halos on the cracked pavement, and a box fan hummed in the window of every brownstone. Jamal J. Carter leaned back in his porch chair, sipping on a cold Arizona tea and watching the world slow down. He wasn't in a rush tonight. He'd been running all day, making deliveries for his cousin's sneaker shop, helping Ms. DeLoach fix her screen door, and walking old Mr. Harris's dog twice, 'cause his legs were acting up again. Jay wasn't in the streets like that anymore. Not since his younger brother Kareem started high school. He promised their mom he'd keep him out of trouble and keep himself in the clear. That meant long days, quiet nights, and dreams he hadn't shared with anybody yet. Like the old camera he kept tucked in his closet, and the notebook where he sketched sneaker designs, city skylines, and the faces of folks on the block. Tonight, everything felt still. Even the usual music coming from Dee Dee's place next door was turned down low, soft R&B floating through the air like a lullaby. Jay could hear his brother snoring inside. The moonlight stretched long across the stoop. Then he heard her voice. "Yo, Jay, you still up?" It was Amira from down the block, headscarf tied, holding a small tub of ice cream and a hoodie over her shorts. She was laughing under her breath like she knew how silly it was to be outside this late. But she couldn't sleep either. Jay chuckled. "You trying to cause a scene at 1 a.m. with ice cream?" She sat down next to him without asking, handed him a spoon, and the two of them shared bites while talking about nothing. About the corner store's busted freezer, about how she swore she saw a baby possum the other night, about the dreams she'd had of moving to Atlanta and opening a bakery. Jay listened. He liked that about her. No pressure, just words flowing soft like the breeze that had finally started to roll in. "I'm gonna do it," she said, half asleep, her head resting on his shoulder now. "I'm gonna leave and make something of myself. No more waiting." "You already something," Jay whispered back, not sure if she even heard him. The night kept stretching, slow and smooth. Somewhere down the block, a cat knocked over a trash can. Somewhere else, a car door shut softly. But on that porch, under the lazy spin of the ceiling fan and the glow of old street lamps, Jay and Amira just breathed. No noise, no stress. Just a calm night in the city that finally gave them a break. Sleep tight. The block's safe tonight.
Somewhere between dreams and tomorrow.
Jay wasn't sure when it happened. When the quiet stopped feeling like emptiness and started feeling like peace. Maybe it was the way Amira's breath slowed beside him, gentle and even. Maybe it was just the night being kind for once. He shifted slightly, careful not to wake her. Her head still rested on his shoulder, ice cream forgotten on the step, spoon clinking softly in the tub like a wind chime. The street was nearly silent now. Even the buzzing lamp above the sidewalk had calmed down, as if it too had grown tired. In the distance, a siren passed, but slow, not rushing, like it had nowhere important to be. Jay thought about his sketches upstairs. He'd drawn one last night of a shoe inspired by the city. Red brick patterns along the sides, fire escape laces, a soft gray sole like concrete after rain. He'd called it the Lenox One. No one had seen it but him. Maybe one day, though. He looked down at Amira. She had always talked about Atlanta like it was some glowing city in the clouds. But Jay knew she'd do it. Open her bakery, wear her curls high and her apron higher, play the same old-school music she loved. People would line up for blocks to taste those sweet potato muffins she always talked about. And maybe, just maybe, he'd go too. "Jay," she mumbled, still half asleep. "You ever feel like the city's watching you?" He smiled. "Only when I stare too long at that alley across from the bodega." She giggled softly, then yawned. "Nah, I mean, like it's waiting on you to do something big." Jay didn't answer right away. The city had always been loud, fast, full of noise and weight. But tonight, in this slowness, he realized something. Maybe it was waiting, and maybe he was finally ready. You ever feel like you're already doing something big just by staying here? Like just being still? Amira nodded, not saying anything else. Her hand brushed against his. Not on purpose, just enough to feel like something was being said without a word. They sat like that for a long time. No rush, no tomorrow, just now. A single bird chirped, quiet and early. Somewhere, the first train of the morning sighed to life underground. The city wasn't fully awake, but it was stretching its limbs. Jay exhaled slow, closed his eyes, let his head rest lightly against hers. And just like that, the city held its breath with them. You can rest now. You're safe. You're seen. You're home. Let me know if you want to drift even deeper. I'll keep it soft, slow, and soul-soothing.